this is Chris. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to Popcorn Finance, where we discuss finance and about the time it takes to make a bag of popcorn. This past Monday, I was joined by Cameron Huddleston again, who helped me follow up on a listener question about power of attorney. But after we were done recording, I realized I had a couple more follow-up questions for Cameron to kind of talk about things from the other side of this whole conversation, from the person giving up that power. So that's what you can hear right now. It's a little bonus power of attorney bag of popcorn with Cameron Huddleston. So, Cameron, I had one burning question that I didn't get a chance to ask you on the episode earlier this week. And I was kind of thinking from the perspective of the parent. And if there's some people listening to this who are older and have kids, maybe they're like, well, I don't want to give them power of attorney. What if they go do something weird? Or maybe they take too many liberties than I would like them to have right now. What happens when you sign a power of attorney, but you're still, like, say, you're still physically and mentally capable of handling what's going on, but you just want to be prepared in advance? How does that work, and what are some things people should keep in mind?
It's very understandable that people might be reluctant to give up this power because it's a big deal. You are giving someone the power to make financial decisions for you. And there are a couple of things that you can do. You can create a limited power of attorney that spells out, at what point your power of attorney can step in, what sort of decisions they can make. But that type of power of attorney makes it actually harder for your power of attorney to get involved because they might have to, for example, get doctors, like a couple of doctors, to evaluate you, prove that you are, and to testify that you're no longer mentally competent. It might be challenged in court and say, well, it spells out that I can step in as power of attorney at this point, but, maybe the sibling says, no, we're not at that point yet. The general durable power of attorney is actually the best. And the thing that parents can do, and the thing if you are talking to your parents about getting this document, is to point out to them that you don't have any power unless you have the actual document. So tell mom and dad, or any parents who are out there listening, you can tell this to your kids. I've named you my power of attorney, but I'm going to put this document into my home safe, for example. And these are the situations in which you are allowed to access this document. When I have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or some form of dementia, when I've had a stroke and I'm in the hospital and I'm in a coma, spell out at what point it's okay for your kids to take that document, to use it to access your accounts and make decisions for you. And that's why it's so important to name someone you trust, because you don't want someone to take advantage of the power. But there's one other thing I would point out quickly too, is that parents who feel like they're giving up power by doing this, I would say, no, you're not giving up power. By naming someone you trust, you are still in control. If you don't name a power of attorney and something happens to you, someone you might not want to be in control of your finances might step up, might go through the court process to become conservator and get access to your accounts. It might be the kid you don't trust, and you don't want that. You are actually maintaining control by making this decision yourself.
That's a great point. That is a really great point, because I was thinking like, well, you are giving up a lot of power, but you're right. You're giving yourself the right to at least choose who you want to take over.
And you don't want someone else making that decision for you. You don't want someone else to say, hey, I think I'm going to do a good job of, managing so-and-so's finances for them. It should be your decision.
No, that is a great point. Thank you. You've made me feel a lot better. I don't even have any kids. You made me feel a lot better. And so hopefully that puts people listening at ease if they're considering their options and what they need to do. And for those of you who didn't, I don't know why you didn't listen to the last episode, but if you just happen to have not caught the last episode with Cameron on it, she is an award-winning journalist, and she's the author of Mom and Dad, We Need to Talk: How to Have Essential Conversations with Your Parents About Their Finances. So great book. Cameron, could you tell us again, for those who didn't catch the last episode, where they can find your book and where they can reach out to you?
Sure. They can find the book on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, their independent bookseller, or you can simply go to my website, which is CameronHuddleston.com. There's more information about me and my book and some resources that you can download and give to your parents.
Oh, perfect. Thank you again. I would highly recommend go check out the book if you want to hear more answers to questions like what we just discussed right now, and just a wide range of questions that I'm sure will come up as you're going through this process and talking with your parents. So highly recommend it. And thanks again, Cameron, for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate Cameron coming back and letting me subject her to some more questions here about power of attorney, but I'm also really thankful for the fact that Cameron has offered to give away a copy of her book, Mom and Dad Would Need to Talk, to one Popcorn Finance listener. So here's what you need to do for a chance to win a copy of her book. Head on over to Instagram, and if you're not already following me, just search for Popcorn Finance Podcast. And then look for the post that I'll be putting up this Friday, August 2nd, with an image of Cameron's book. And in there, in the comments, I want you to let me know what is one thing that you enjoyed or maybe even learned from the conversations that I've been having with Cameron about talking to your parents about money. Because our hope was that you would take something away from these conversations. So we would love to hear what it is that you got from our talk here. So that's all you have to do. Head to Instagram, look for that post, and then leave us a comment and let us know what you learned. And then we will go in and pick a winner at the end of the day on Sunday, August 4th. So I hope you're catching this episode before Sunday. That way you get a chance to be entered to win. So as always, I appreciate you joining me here for another bag of popcorn. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, boy, keep it poppin' like Mary Poppins.